In the ever-evolving theater of aerial combat, a new contender has emerged from the east, a fighter jet that has stirred both awe and anxiety among military analysts and Air Force strategists alike. That jet is the Chengdu J-20, aptly named the Mighty Dragon. Developed by China's Chengdu Aerospace Corporation, this stealth, fifth-generation multirole fighter is not just a symbol of the People's Liberation Army Air Force's ambition, it's a bold statement of China's strategic intent in modern warfare. The J-20 represents China's most advanced fighter aircraft to date. It was developed under Project 718, a classified initiative started in the late 1990s, and made its maiden flight in 2011. While the Western world watched with skepticism at first, dismissing China's capability to produce a jet that could compete with the likes of the American F-22 Raptor or F-35 Lightning II, the J-20's progression through rapid iterations and public demonstrations left no doubt. China was now a player on the cutting edge of stealth fighter technology. With an angular design optimized for reduced radar cross-section, canted vertical stabilizers, and a chiseled fuselage with low observable features, the J-20 is clearly engineered with stealth as a priority. Its design shares superficial characteristics with the F-22 and F-35, but also has distinct elements, including its canard foreplanes, a feature rarely seen on stealth aircraft due to radar signature concerns. However, Chinese engineers assert that advanced radar-absorbing materials and edge alignment allow for sufficient mitigation of the radar penalty these canards might introduce. One of the most visually arresting aspects of the J-20 is its sheer size. Larger than most fifth-generation fighters, its size affords greater internal fuel storage and weapons bay capacity, which is essential for long-range missions across the Pacific or deep into contested airspace. This characteristic suggests a strategic orientation toward roles beyond just air superiority, perhaps extended-range strike missions, maritime patrol, and even anti-access area denial operations. Originally, the J-20 relied on Russian-supplied Saturn Alabama 31 engines. These engines, while serviceable, limited the aircraft's ability to supercruise, that is, to sustain supersonic speeds without afterburners, and lacked the advanced vectoring nozzles seen on jets like the F-22. Recognizing this limitation, China began transitioning to its indigenous WS-10C and later the more advanced WS-15 engines, designed specifically for the J-20 platform. These newer engines not only improve thrust-to-weight ratios but also promise enhanced agility and speed, potentially closing the gap with Western fifth-gen platforms. In terms of avionics, the J-20 is fitted with an advanced active electronically scanned array (AESA) radar, electro-optical targeting systems, and distributed aperture system-like sensors to provide 360-degree coverage. Though China remains secretive about the full suite of its onboard systems, satellite images and air show performances suggest the J-20 is equipped with modern data links, helmet-mounted displays, and sensor fusion capabilities comparable to those in Western jets. This enables pilots to track and engage targets beyond visual range with high confidence, while maintaining situational awareness in complex combat environments. The J-20's internal weapons bay is designed to house long-range air-to-air missiles such as the Place-15, which is believed to have an active radar seeker and a range exceeding 200 kilometers, potentially surpassing even the American AIM-120D AMRAAM. The side bays can carry short-range infrared missiles like the Place-10, providing both stealthy long-range strike capability and close-in dogfight options. The ability to carry a combination of missiles internally allows the J-20 to remain stealthy throughout its mission profile, only resorting to external pylons when stealth is no longer a factor. Beyond the hardware, the J-20 signals a shift in how the PLA Air Force intends to operate. Traditionally focused on regional defense, China's doctrine now includes power projection. The J-20 supports that shift by being able to penetrate deep into adversary airspace, gather intelligence, and strike with precision. This is a major departure from the roles Chinese aircraft traditionally played, and places the J-20 squarely in the class of strategic assets that can shape the battlefield long before shots are fired. China has also begun integrating artificial intelligence into the aircraft's combat systems. AI-driven assistance can help in threat detection, target prioritization, and flight control in complex environments. While Western aircraft like the F-35 use similar tools for pilot support, China's focus on rapid decision-making in denied environments hints at a different philosophy, one that may prioritize autonomous or semi-autonomous combat roles in the future. Critics have often questioned the J-20's stealth capabilities, arguing that its canards and engine nozzles may compromise its radar profile. However, radar signature is a complex topic, dependent not only on airframe shape but also on coatings, materials, operational altitude, and tactics. The PLA seems confident enough to deploy the J-20 in increasing numbers and has conducted aggressive patrols near Taiwan, the South China Sea, and even over the East China Sea, challenging Japanese and American interceptors in highly contested zones. There is also significant debate about how the J-20 stacks up against its primary competitors. The F-22 Raptor remains the gold standard in air dominance, with superlative stealth and agility. The F-35, while more versatile, has a less aggressive air-to-air profile but excels in networked warfare. The Russian Su-57, another stealth rival, remains in limited numbers and has yet to mature into a full production fighter. The J-20, therefore, exists in a unique space, not quite as maneuverable as the F-22, not as networked as the F-35, but potentially more strategically placed, given China's geographic reach and military infrastructure. It is also worth noting that the J-20 has already gone through several evolutionary iterations. Early prototypes lacked thrust vectoring, had exposed engine nozzles, and lacked integrated refueling probes. Over time, production variants have improved aerodynamics, better engine integration, and increased electronic warfare capabilities. The introduction of the J-20A and possible two-seat variants like the rumored J-20S suggests a modular design philosophy, one that could adapt to specialized roles like electronic attack, drone command, or long-range strike coordination. Another interesting dimension is the psychological impact of the J-20. For decades, the United States and its allies maintained air dominance through technological superiority. The presence of an indigenous Chinese stealth jet capable of challenging that dominance introduces a new layer of uncertainty. This alone forces regional air forces, from Japan to India, Australia to South Korea, to reassess their defensive postures, procurement priorities, and alliance strategies. In exercises and confrontations, the J-20 has shown increasing boldness. It's been spotted shadowing American reconnaissance aircraft, and there have been reports of it operating alongside other advanced Chinese platforms like the KJ-500 AEW and C aircraft and J-16 strike fighters. These integrated operations suggest that China is not merely producing a stealth fighter in isolation but is embedding the J-20 into a broader system of systems approach, leveraging real-time data sharing and multi-domain coordination. The economic angle is also significant. Unlike the F-22, which was limited in production due to cost and political decisions, or the Su-57, which suffers from funding issues, the J-20 benefits from strong state backing and centralized planning. China can mass-produce its stealth fighter at a scale that would be difficult for democracies to replicate without years of budgetary wrangling. This could result in the J-20 becoming the most numerous fifth-generation stealth fighter in the world, a scenario with serious implications for the balance of power in the Indo-Pacific. At the tactical level, pilots operating against the J-20 face new challenges. In a high-end conflict scenario, the mighty Dragon could be used to escort bombers, eliminate AWACS aircraft, disrupt aerial refueling chains, or launch long-range missiles before being detected. Its ability to sneak past radar, deliver a knockout punch, and disappear could tilt the balance in critical early phases of any engagement. Despite its strengths, the J-20 is not without its weaknesses. Questions remain about engine reliability, maintainability, and combat-proven effectiveness. Unlike the F-35, which has seen actual combat in multiple theaters, the J-20 remains untested in real war. Its performance in a hot conflict, especially against battle-hardened air forces with integrated air defense and electronic warfare capabilities, remains speculative. Nonetheless, one cannot ignore the trajectory. China has demonstrated that it is capable not only of producing fifth-gen fighters but of iterating on them, deploying them strategically, and supporting them with a growing web of sensors, satellites, and digital infrastructure. The J-20 is a cornerstone of that strategy, a symbol of China's aerial ambitions and a harbinger of a new era in global air power dynamics. As more units roll off the assembly line and the aircraft enters wider operational deployment, the world will be watching. Whether in the skies over the Taiwan Strait, patrolling the edges of disputed islands, or standing ready in hardened airbases deep in western China, the Chengdu J-20 Mighty Dragon is no longer a prototype or a parade piece. It is here, it is operational, and it is changing the rules of the game.